So today we're gonna go check out some of the burnt land that's right next to my deer hunting land, because the story I was told on why it burned down is the service that manages the public land hit a rock with a chainsaw when they were trying to cut down a tree, and they burned it all down. So we're gonna go check that out today. Now we gotta go on the off-road trail with this very helpful stick bridge. It's super muddy in here. It's actually way down the water. Well, there's a better stick bridge. Shoot. We're just gonna cross real quick. There we go. That's probably the toughest part of all this, is crossing that little stream. And then there's a path that meets back up over here. There's where the firefighters came through. And then all that dark stuff over there is where it all burned down. Right next to over here. And you can see the tracks on this path right here, right now. And then all around here got cut down in case they lost control, I think. Or just for transport of stuff, but that's what you can see. The park cut down some of the trees. Well, let's head up there and get a closer look. Well, we're here. I don't know what tree they cut down and started. They went all the way over there to that side of the stock dam. Then we got this tree right here that fell over. That one survived. That one didn't get touched by the fire much. Some of these trees are cut, so I guess they did the job on this one. What's this? It looks like a flare. I don't know why this would be here. Does that look like a flare to you guys? I'm gonna hold on to it and see what. Look it up later, maybe. So they cut this one down and started logging it. And then I guess they hit the fire. And it looks like this one they didn't even get a chance to cut down. This one just burned right away. I think all these trees are dead anyway, but still, they're close to dead. I don't really know why they were cutting down trees, maybe to create brush for animals or something, or to just take logs out, but there's more trees. These ones were pretty in the fire, it looks like. And they're basically untouched because they're live. They aren't all dead. It would be cool to find a shed out here. You can see where they erode everything. All this grass is just charcoal, you can smell it. Here I guess they are cutting down too. Like, this isn't burnt stuff, so maybe the stuff they didn't burn, like all this, maybe they came back and then recut anything that needed to be cut. This one's burnt, and they had it all cut too. That was all cut. This one, I don't know what happened over here, but this one definitely was cut and then got burned a little. There's a shotgun shell. There's another one that's melted over here. So somebody shot a pheasant at some point. Is this the culprit? Is this the culprit tree? Is this where it all started? I don't see a rock, but I do see it could have been, because this looks like a felled tree and then they didn't have time to quarter it. So I'm guessing it started burning. And I haven't processed this one yet. Man, it spread way farther than I thought it was. It spread all the way down to that slough until it met water. And it goes up and around here. The deer actually head over here, even though it's so close to the road. The deer that I hunt come over here. Sometimes, at least. These trees are fine. You can see where some of them have been burnt. These just went far. Here, let's get up here. Used to be a little brush pile here. It stopped at this big old tree. It got stopped there. And down here it all spread. Oh, here's an old beaver tree. I actually saw this when it's still standing. I don't know when we've had beavers. But a couple weeks before this, I saw this tree still standing with the beaver stuff in it. There's more beaver trees. How far down did it go through the reeds, I wonder? They dug up all these reeds so it won't spread, but there's some water over there. At the time there was. Now let's head up here. This would be a good way to find sheds. Yeah, it spread up here and then stopped for some reason. And it completely avoided this area. I think they sprayed some water on it. But you can see where old game trails are that went through the brush. Using a shotgun shell. 12. We're spread all the way down there, so it's a pretty big spread of all this. I don't know if they sprayed water on it. You can see some of the game trails are still preserved with all the brush gone now. So I don't know what the animals are gonna do. Because I was planning on putting a trail cam in one spot. This area must have just been a little fire, because that twig there is big. Look at him! Not even touched, unscathed. It must have just been a quickly put out fire, or just a little brush fire. This trail has lots of activity. It's so muddy. Like, this is a heavily used trail. I might put a trail cam on this. I see coyote tracks and dog tracks. Guaranteed other animals walk through here. I'm gonna head over to where I was gonna put a tree stand and trail cam, because it's a pretty good spot and deer like to be over there. I don't think this is the ideal way to get through. Right in that alcove over there. Perfect spot for deer. Because you can just put a tree stand and then they're shielded from wind, so they feel safe. They're shielded from everything else, they feel safe. But you can easily put a tree stand up here on this public. Problem is, the deer don't come here till late. And that's like after dark late. I would know that because I have permission on private right next to this, and they walk past me right before dark and then head over to this public. So maybe during the rut they might run over here. Oh, look at this. Small brush all around with some big trees for tree stands. And I know they go in here because I've accidentally chased some deer out of here. But most of the land here don't seem to be as damaged as I thought it was going to be. Oh, here's a heavy trail. Right through here. Deer definitely walk through here. So I think it's mainly just the does. Hey, look at this little area. There could be so many homeless people in here. And none of the pheasant hunters or waterfowl hunters head over here because it's just too far back from them to care. To go back into all these thick trees. And I've had a couple roosters walk up on me, but I've never had actually sat out here for deer, you know. Well, I guess that's about to conclude that video. Maybe this summer we'll check back in on it, see what all the charcoals or all that dead grass has done to it. See what stuff regrows. Like right here, I don't know what fur that is. Maybe it's, ooh, that's raccoon fur, I think. It looks like raccoon fur. Something ain't a raccoon out here. Maybe I should get up to some coyote trapping. I know they're out here. I think. Yeah, this is where a deer died. There's multiple of it like this out here. You can just find skulls everywhere. But back in here, it actually opens up. Back in those woods. It's really thick right now, but it'll open up. If you squat down, you can see that it kind of opens up. And deer like it back there. You can actually see that's where the rest of it is. The rest of that dead deer that I just walked up on. So coyotes dragged it around. So maybe it could get up to some coyote trapping. I bet you guys would enjoy that. But here's a super heavy trail. I've chased deer down this during the winter when I was scouting. It opens up in here though. Here we go. But none of the big bucks come over here because they just know it's not smart. Because this is the closest place to hunt by our town, and we got a lot of hunters, so that should about conclude it for this video. We'll check in on all the grass, maybe in the summer, make an update. But if you made it this far, I don't know, just high five a friend or yourself if you don't have friends. But you know, yourself is your friend at sometimes, so. Well, bye.